Round here, them guns get the last word.
Day 1 for Tekken 8, the EVO panel has concluded. They shared some interesting details with us, but there's still a lot of questions that's unanswered. Definitely with this leak going around and also people getting striked for it. There's other content creators who also made videos on the leak and they were striked as well. It's a very strange thing, no one understands it. I shared my story of the copyright claim to Twitter and it went viral. A lot of people were blown away by it. Some people were saying that it's 100% real. Some people were saying it's still 100% fake. Some people were saying that's what you get, spreading misinformation. The reactions to it was pretty wild. Once they announce the next character for Tekken 8, we'll be able to tell if this is real or not. But regardless, let's move on. We have actual real news to talk about. I won't jam-pack this video with a bunch of different topics. It seems like people don't like that. You guys let me know in the comment section if you want me to continue finding all of these little details and news and smaller stories scattered around the FGC, and if you would like me to continue putting that in the video. After EVO, Tekken 8 will have more demonstrations. We talked about Tiger Upper, I think it's taking place in September. We talked about Gamescom, that's later in August, but now there's another event that was just announced, COEX. This one is in Korea and it's a Tekken 8 demonstration. Not much information is known about this as of yet, but we know it's taking place on the 24th. Once we get a reveal from EVO, we'll understand what to expect from here. This is just something to keep on our radars until then. For the actual panel itself, they talked about a few things. They said the number of testers in total was 77,000, but 130,000 people were selected. So I'm confused. Does this mean that there's like roughly 60,000 people who were sent codes, but those codes were never turned into actual players? If all of these codes, 60,000 went to scalpers, that's insane. For week 1 and week 2, they broke down the Wi-Fi versus wired percentages and also by region. North America has the most people who use Wi-Fi. The numbers start to shrink a little bit when you talk about PC, but for consoles, half of the console players uses Wi-Fi. Some people can't afford it, some people don't have access to a cable. There's many different reasons why people play on Wi-Fi instead of wired. The dev said the reason why they mention this so frequently is not to shame people, but just to make people aware that it is a thing and also it is better. And that is a good point because I spent the majority of my gaming career on Wi-Fi. I never even considered wire until I started playing Tekken 7. That's when I kind of made the switch and it kind of became a priority for me. But yeah, some people don't know. There's also some other things in here about network status display, processor status display only for Steam, rollback settings, graphic settings. They talked about all this stuff already on Twitter, so I won't spend too much time there. They also disclosed the Tekken 8 closed network tests, top 8 most played characters in the game, the usage. They didn't give us all 16, they only gave us the top 8. Lily is 8th place. I was very surprised to see Asuka not in the top 8. Martial Law is 7th place. You see a lot of 7s, but at the very bottom, he's 2nd most used in Africa. That was an eye-opener. Jonah Kazama is 6th place. They said that she wasn't as high as they expected, and this brings up the discussion that I always mention, is that a character is highly requested, but when they show up, will they live up to the expectations? The developer said they expected her usage to be way higher, but she's only 6th place. In North America, however, where she is really requested, she's 3rd place. So it's good to see that the North Americans and Central Americans are like appreciating the character returning and they're playing that character. Brian Fury's number 5, King is number 4. Of course, another surprise was Harang being 3rd place. You could contribute this to the character having incredible chip damage. The developers even acknowledged this stuff on stage. They said the character and also the game will go through heavy tuning before it's released. This probably played a role into how popular the character was, Europe and Asia, but I don't think it's the whole story. Harang's redesign is really cool, and also the gameplay is really cool. No surprise, Kazuya and Jin Kazama is 1st and 2nd. I wish we could get a glimpse at what their win usage are. I know I'm asking for more and more and more, but the reason why is because these two characters, they always have very high usage rates. But when you look at their performance, like how much they win and lose, that's when they fall. They fall down very hard and they're at the bottom of the win rate. You know, Jin went through a massive transformation in terms terms of what he can do and how you play him. I wonder if that took an effect on how much this character wins or not. Tekken said they're not going to reveal anything tomorrow. They're going to save their reveal for Sunday, the main event. Mortal Kombat also said the same on Twitter. The first 2 days is just about sharing information, and this is the whole philosophy around the videos that I make. I'm happy that a lot of you guys appreciate it and enjoy the content. I will continue to do my best, but there was a lot of negativity that's been flooding YouTube and just Twitter, and it's been chaos.